D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can see the articles that I read. I'm going to be reading to you to bring you this video. And if you want to go and read them yourself, you can. There's always a couple of things that I just either skip over or whatnot, and then, whatever, some links and stuff like that. And maybe you want to share the video. I don't know. But I do want to say that before I get started, that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So now that I've gotten that business out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started on story number 1. Okay, so for my first story of this week, it's Halle Berry teams up with Crawl director for horror thriller Motherland, which I just want to say real quick, I love Halle Berry, so I will probably watch anything that she's in. She's great, and she's so hot. Not the best in this picture that I'm looking at right now, but whatever. Anyways, so it says Oscar-winning actress Halle Berry and acclaimed horror filmmaker Alexandre Aja are teaming up for the supernatural thriller Motherland at Lionsgate. And who doesn't love a supernatural thriller? Am I right? So it says Halle Berry is set to headline the thriller film Motherland from director Alexandre Aja, Crawl and The Hills Have Eyes. Personally, those two movies, they're not my favorite, but it's like, whatever. Lionsgate will launch sales for Motherland at the upcoming Cannes film market. The film is described as a timely and highly concept thriller with a supernatural twist. The screenplay of Motherland is written by Kevin McCollin and Ryan Graspy. Mean Dreams, man. I've never seen that movie, Mean Dreams, but maybe I'll check it out to bone up for this movie. So it says the plot synopsis for this film, this is from Deadline. It says Motherland will chart the story of a mother and her twin sons. Ooh, that'll be interesting. I'm a twin. Who have been tormented by an evil spirit for years. When one of the boys questions whether the evil is real, the family's sacred bond is broken, and it becomes a fight for survival. Motherland has been in the making for a couple of years now, and Mark Romanenk, Never Let Me Go, was previously attached as director. However, French filmmaker Alexandre Aja will now be taking over the reins for Romanek. Aja is best known for the horror films High Tension, which I personally didn't like, Piranha 3D, which, was fun, but, whatever. Crawl, The Hills Have Eyes, and Netflix Oxygen. I didn't see Oxygen, but Crawl and The Hills Have Eyes, I personally didn't care for that much. I didn't think they were god-awful, but I didn't care for. High Tension, I think, is stupid. I hate that movie. But Piranha 3D, it's not good, but it's a fun time. Anyways. It appears Aja will be busy with Motherland for some time. There is currently no word on the film's release date, but it will go on floors next year. Sean Levy, Dan Cohen, and Dan Levine will be producing Motherland for 21 Laps Entertainment and the studio behind the Night at the Museum series and Netflix's Stranger Things. Aja will also produce, while Halle Berry will serve as an executive producer. Good for her. Like I said, I love Halle Berry, so all for her. Lionsgate has called Motherland an elevated thriller, which seems to be a spin on the elevated horror genre made famous by Jordan Peele, Get Out, which is a good movie, and Robert Eggers' The Witch, which also I thought was a pretty good movie. Lionsgate production president Ern Westerman released a statement saying, "We're so thrilled to be working again with Halle and Alex. Halle is a force on screen. She's the perfect person to convey the physiological terror of this mother trying to protect her family. And who better than Alex to ratchet up the tension? Powerhouse producers 21 Lamps are going to deliver an elevated thriller that will keep audiences on edge of their seat." And yeah. While Motherland appears to be a generic ghost story on the surface, the synopsis raises the possibility of something much more sinister. Let's see what timely twists and turns the film offers. Another reason to get excited is Halle Berry's return to horror after 2003's Gothica, which I just have to say, that movie is so good, and Halle Berry is so good in that movie. It's got Robert Downey Jr. in it. That's a good movie. Like, if you want to see a good horror movie, that's a good one. After a successful Hollywood career spanning decades, Academy Award-winning actress Halle Berry is venturing into filmmaking. She made her directorial debut and starred in Netflix's mixed martial arts drama Bruised. While the film received mixed reviews from critics, Berry's direction was praised, and the film was a hit with the audiences. She was last seen in the box office disaster Moonfall. I saw that. It was god awful. I was like, man, can't believe they wasted so much time and money on this. And will star another sci-fi feature, The Mothership. I haven't heard about that. The film is part of Berry's overall deal with Netflix and is confirmed to come out this year. B fans. B fans also loved her in John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. I also loved her in that movie. She did a great job. I hope we see her again in John Wick. If we don't see her in the fourth one, maybe. Hold on. Alongside Keanu Reeves, unfortunately, we won't be seeing Berry and her dogs maul bad guys in John Wick 4. Bummer. I really liked her. She was great. She was a great addition. Maybe, John Wick 5. However, she has teased the possibility of starring in a spinoff based on the character. I'd watch that. As for Berry's filmmaking future, she has signed to direct. She hasn't signed any to direct any yet, but after the success of Bruised, it's only a matter of time before we see her get behind the camera again, which I would watch that again. Like I said, I love Halle Berry. That woman she's so hot and she's so talented that I would definitely watch. I'll watch this movie too. Who doesn't love a good horror movie? You know what I'm saying? Crazy people. I mean, I know some people don't like horror movies, but I like horror movies. So, although I get so scared so fast. Okay. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, The Boys spinoff has recast its lead and adds 3 new cast members. That's what this headline says, and it's very interesting. London Thor has replaced Regina Hardesty in the Amazon Prime Video series. So it says Amazon Prime Video has announced that shameless actor London Thor has replaced Rena Hardesty. If I said this wrong, don't get mad at me. I'm trying here, okay? People got some crazy names these days. I'm like, what did I see the other day? And I swear to God, it was like it looked like latrine. And I was like, did they literally? I was like, all right, whatever. But it wasn't latrine. It was something else. But I was like, it looks like latrine. Anyways, okay. Sorry, side note there. I got a so stupid side note. Anyways, as the lead in its upcoming spinoff of The Boys following the former's exit late last month, Thor isn't the only new addition either. According to Deadline, I wish I would have got the Deadline story of this. Derek Liu, Shining Vale, never seen it. Shelley Kahn, Bridgerton, I don't watch that. And newcomer Asaya German, or is that Harmon? Anyways, have joined the lineup too. The foursome are set to share the screen with previously confirmed cast members Jazz Sinclair, Lizzie Broadway, Maddie Phillips, and Chance Perdomo, who stepped in after Shane Paul McGee departed the series with Amy Carraro. Anyways, I wonder why they exited. I didn't see that. The currently untitled show, which recently kicked off production, is being described as an irreverent R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal. What is going on here? Hormonal competitive soups as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test. In between college classes, the youngsters compete in a set of Hunger Games style trials in their attempts to nab the best contract IMAX in some of the best cities. You know what gets me about that? Because they do that. I like how they're like in the Boys the show. They do kind of do this whole, you know, business portion of it, but it'll be interesting to see this whole thing go down. All right, anyway, sorry. Showrunners Michael Fezakis and Tara Butters, I like that her name is Butters, it's so easy, already promised that it will feature all the heart, satire, and raunch of The Boys. The pair are set to executive produce alongside Eric Kripke, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, Neil H. A lot of people to his co-executive producers. That's a lot of people. Thor's previous credits include Netflix's You and Never Have I Ever, while Lou has appeared in All Rise and Runaways. Who is he in Runaways? I wonder. No official release date has been carved out for the Boys spinoff yet. While we wait for more info, check out the list of Okay. So as far as this goes, I mean, good for London Thor. I love that her name is London Thor. Like it's like a place and then like a fictional character. Yeah, good for her. I don't really know what else to say about this, except for good for her. I'm probably going to watch this. I've watched all of The Boys, and then I watched that animated show, which that animated spinoff, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that. A couple of the animation styles I preferred over some of the other ones, but I thought it was pretty good. I liked seeing like when Homelander got out there for the first time kind of thing, and Black Noir was just like, hey, calm it down, I'm not looking for the spotlight, dude. So yeah, so that is my second story of the week. So for my third and final story of the week, you guys, Dune has cast the Emperor for Dune Part 2. Who got it? Oh, it was Christopher Walken. I love Christopher Walken. So it says, Dune Part 2, Christopher Walken to play the Emperor in sequel for Legendary and Warner Brothers. Okay, let's see what it says. Denis Villeneuve is adding another high-profile talent to an already loaded cast, as sources tell Deadline. Christopher Walken is set to play the Emperor in Warner Brothers and the Legendary's Dune Part 2. Walken joins the all-star assembly that includes Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, and Josh Brolin, who are expected to reprise their roles, as well as Florence Pugh, Austin Butler, who were also recently announced. Villeneuve is back to write, direct, and produce. And I did a video on that. I'll leave it up in the iCard section about Florence Pugh and Austin Butler. But let's continue. Legendary has no comment. Production is expected to start in the fall, with the film set to bow on October 20th, 2023. John Cephas is returning to co-write the script with Villeneuve. Even with Dune Part 1 going day and date on HBO Max, the film was still able to thrive in theaters with an opening weekend of 41 million, which exceeded expectations and led to a quick greenlight for a sequel weeks later. The film has grossed 400 million at the worldwide box office to date, including a 108 million domestically. It also recently racked 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. Walken is coming off 2 critically acclaimed roles on TV with Amazon Studios' The Outlaws and the most recently Severance, which I've heard nothing but good things about Severance. I do want to watch it. I just don't have time. I wish I had more time. Which was just renewed for a second season. He is repped by IMC Partners. Why do they always put who they're repped by? Like we care who they're repped by. I don't care who Christopher Walken is repped by. Do you? That's what I thought. Nobody cares. So him playing the Padishah Emperor is fantastic. I love Dune. I read the book just before the movie. Well, I reread the book just before the movie came out. I've said this story before, and I'll say it again. I read the book for the first time when I was 17 years old in high school, and I really connected with Paul Atreides. I really connected him. I felt like me and him were just like this, like almost the same person, but minus the sci-fi-ness. And then when I recently reread it, I really connected with his dad, Duke Leto. yeah, I just really connected with him. I think it was just because he's a father. Now, the Emperor, I think I also connect with the Emperor also because he is also a father, but he's and they didn't really do a good job of this in the movie. And I hope they put a scene for this in the movie, and you can watch it in the 80s version of the movie. But I really wish they had put more exposition like they did in the 80s movie at the very beginning, with the Padishah Emperor explaining that he's upset with Leto, and that's why he puts him on Arrakis, Dune, because he's getting way too in the Landsrat, he's getting too popular, and he's getting more popular than the Emperor, and the Emperor's like, I don't like this, we need to get rid of this dude and everything. But it will be interesting to see Walken play him. I love Christopher Walken, he's fantastic and everything, so I'm looking forward to this. I really am. All right, you guys, those are my 3 stories for this week. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Halle Berry's, going to star in this new horror thriller Motherland? I mean, do you like these more elevated horror movies, these supernatural thrillers and everything? Or do you like your horror movies all like gritty and like nonsensical, with the gore and everything? And how do you feel about Halle Berry? I mean, if you don't like Halle Berry, I don't know what's going on with you. She's great. I love her so much. And she's such like a down to earth kind of person. Like, she's not like somebody like that's like one of those people that are just like, oh my God, she is so nice. But I think that she is nice. She's just like a real person. She's like real talk, and everything. How do you feel about London Thor replacing Rena Hardesty? How do you feel about her replacing her in the Boys spinoff show? And are you looking forward to that? I'm not really like excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it, but I will watch it. I know I'll watch it. It's just, I'm not like, that's not one of those things that I'm just like, I have to know day of when it's dropping so I can watch it. And then finally, how do you feel about Christopher Walken taking on the role of the Padishah Emperor in Dune Part 2? Did you like Dune Part 1? I'll leave my review in the iCard section, but I loved that movie. It was good. And you can check out my thoughts on that, but I think, and I love Christopher Walken also. So I think he's, again, a great addition to this cast. I think that, I think they're doing a really good job. I think Denis Villeneuve is doing a really good job with the casting of this movie. I think that everybody is on point. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Tell me what you guys think about this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.